Arm yourselves, America. This is Defenders Live.
Hey guys,
Hi!
Dylan.
Oh God.
Dylan.
Yes.
Dylan.
Yes. Yes.
Dylan.
Yes.
Dylan. Dylan.
Yes.
Dylan.
Yes.
Dylan. Dylan.
Yes.
What day is it?
Defenders Live.
No, what day is it?
It is the 15th.
What? No. What day is it? Dylan, what day is it?
It would be the fourth day of the week.
What day is it?
It's Wednesday.
It's Hump Day.
Hump Day! Mike. Hump Day.
Hump Day.
Yay! Sorry, I was looking at.
That's okay. It's fine.
I was looking at pictures of the new TRA building. Oh, suck it.
Ooh, buddy. This is Defenders Live on Mojo 50 Radio. Welcome to Live on
Almost like we've never done this before.
on Mojo 50.
Excuse me.
We do have a couple things to go on for the night. A few mini stories that we want to get through. Dylan seems to be working through his head cold finally.
Oh, it's good. I just every now and again there's just something gets lodged in my throat.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Now I figure out
Mm-hmm.
if you can't ding yourself, you can't ding anybody.
Very true. Very
Just
true.
saying.
That's true. Mm-hmm. We have a couple stories that are good news. We have a couple stories that are bad news. We have a few things that are in between, and maybe at the end we might have a whole bunch of stories that we just want to go around and pass to you.
Just because we found a fun little game that we want to play
Yeah.
because we're good at it.
Yeah. Actually, we sort of are.
We're really good at it.
We
So,
got it. We're getting it done. I mean,
not to be tooting our own horns or anything like that, but you know, we're pretty good if I do say so myself. But
I
when
hear
we
that
get
can make
started,
you go blind. By the way.
yes, make sure you go to doaeshow.com. That's doaeshow.com. There you could pick up apparel, which would be shirts similar to that Steven is wearing. The cup that I'm assuming he might be drinking coffee out of. I haven't seen it yet, but yep, there it is. I couldn't find my shirt. I forgot to do laundry, and so my shirt's dirty.
I finally found my shirt. Apparently, my wife stole it.
Oh, well, that's what, wives are good for. You can also pick up Jackhole Nation gear if you so choose, or if you don't want to spend any money at all, and that's perfectly fine. You know
Yes.
what you can do is check out all of the archives, everything that Steven and I have done from day one when we were just wee lads.
Even before I was there.
Even before the brief stretch where he was before, when it was me and another man. That was a weird thing to say. Anyway, you want to listen to how bad it was, and it was, man.
Somebody call Nikki. She needs to know about this.
Oh, she was aware. She was aware. But anyway, you want to find out all the fun beginnings just to laugh at, how far we haven't come. How it has been just nothing but a giant
Thank
vision,
you.
and as it is all the way up until now.
Mm-hmm.
That is doaeshow.com. Also, go to mojo50.com.
Yes.
Check out all the other awesome hosts.
They're
the
amazing.
Bruniers, the Sam Sorbos,
Yes.
Rocky Stucci, and
I have this dreading sense that you're trying to delay the inevitable here.
I am trying to delay the inevitable, kind of.
Well, I mean, the first story's good.
The first story is good. We were really happy about this. This came across the wire last night as we were wrapping up. We had just got done with the show. We were getting everything done, and it popped up, and we were like, holy smokes. So here we are. Alabama Senate passes an abortion ban bill.
No.
Yes, the Alabama lawmakers have passed a near total ban on abortion.
But wait. I mean, a near total ban? What does that even mean?
Well, If signed into law, it would be the most restrictive abortion measure in the United States.
Oh.
The state Senate on Tuesday passed the bill that would make performing an abortion at any stage of pregnancy
Right.
a felony.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
The bill now goes to Governor Kay Ivey, who will decide whether to sign the legislation into law. Republican has not said publicly whether she supports the measure or not.
Oh, wait, stop there. Stop. Hold. Time out. You said the Republican and then she.
Yes, that's the governor.
We established yesterday that conservatives cannot be women.
Well, apparently this one must be a transgender then. It must have started out as a white male.
Must be a white male.
Transgendered into a female.
Must be.
Must
but
be.
then she wouldn't be a conservative anyway.
This is true. Well, I don't know. I get tired of trying to jump through the hoops. However, the senators voted 25-6. That's 25-6.
25 yay. 25
yays.
yays.
6 nays for the bill that already cleared the House of Representatives.
Oh.
The bill contains an exception.
Mm-hmm.
It's what you're waiting for. You're waiting for that other shoe to drop,
Yep,
right?
Yep. Okay. Hold on. 4?
When the pregnancy creates a serious health risk for the woman. But there's no exception for rape or incest.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Kentucky, Mississippi, Ohio, and Georgia recently have approved bans on abortion once a fetal heartbeat is detected, which can occur in about the 6th week of pregnancy. Critics, of course, have promised a swift lawsuit to challenge if the ban is enacted.
Okay,
because God knows we can't let a ban on, killing something
Hard
stand.
pause.
We have to fight it.
Hard pause.
Hard
Side
pause.
note.
Mm-hmm.
Watson Prunier.
Mm-hmm.
We need you to make a graph.
We do.
Dylan has been pushing this
I've been
to the edge. We need you to make a graph of all the states that have been recently pushing bills to ban abortions,
or at least start it. Something that I can easily just update easily.
Something
as it
that he
goes.
can update so that we can constantly keep track. Because
we got lost there for a minute.
We really did. Like he said that when this came through yet last night, it was like Alabama. I was like, wait, Alabama doesn't have one yet? What's going on? I mean,
we found out we were thinking of Mississippi.
Yeah,
so
we were.
We're starting to get confused. We want to make sure that we're keeping track of this properly. So help
please,
us, Mr. Tech Wizard.
Watson Prunier. I've got too much on my plate, but if you have time,
oh, he'll do it. He'll do it. He likes working for us. I mean,
wait.
I shouldn't have said that.
That doesn't sound right.
The white people. I shouldn't have said that.
All right, I think we're just. You know what? Just edit that out. Cut it out. We're not even going to. 5, 4, 3, 2, continue.
Okay, Alabama lawmakers are near a vote that proposed the ban abortion. Why am I reading this twice?
You're not.
Oh, because it's. Oh no, it is. It was the way it was updated on the article. Yeah. No, okay, never mind. Sorry.
Yeah. So that's basically it on that one.
Backwards. Basically, so Alabama
is
on the verge of having a total abortion ban, a complete. As far as I'm concerned, it would pretty much completely revoke Roe v. Wade.
Oh, see, that's not too bad.
No, it isn't. Which, and again, it's the states have the right to determine that if they want to.
That's correct, because the 10th Amendment.
10th Amendment and all, yeah, that pesky 10th Amendment.
That pesky 10th Amendment.
Daggone it, that whole states' rights thing.
How dare harsh 10th Amendment, bro.
Yeah. Talk about prackies, bro.
Talk about prackies, bruh. Speaking of prackies, bruh.
Talk about Donniebrooks, bruh.
Yeah, I know Donniebrooks. Mad snipies, bruh.
Mad snipies, bruh.
Mad snipies, bruh. And speaking of mad snipies, bruh, men
snipers
would have to tell cops about every release of sperm in a new bill in Georgia.
Oh, God.
Yes, I thought you might say, well, Stephen, you guys are repeating stuff that you talked about last week. No, nay, sir. Nay. That was Texas. This is Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So, different states have different laws in place that will take effect if Roe v. Wade is overturned. Look, Roe v. Wade will never be overturned. I'm sorry. It will be on the books until Jesus comes back.
True.
Sorry. It's going to be there. Accept it. That's what it is.
That's true.
The closest that we're going to get is what Alabama is doing, where they will exercise the 10th Amendment, and they will say, F you, we're going to do what we want to do.
Yes.
And it'll be this harsh back and forth, but as long as, and sadly this has to be, as long as the Supreme Court stays as part of the, well, as what they're supposed to be, which is by the letter of the law and by the Constitution and not by agenda or by party.
Yes.
Then in the end, it may be a pain in the butt, but in the end, there will be, it'll stand, and the states will be allowed to do as they will. And there's nothing that anyone will be able to say or do.
Correct.
So
that is absolutely correct. So this is a succinct bill. It only has 2 sections, and the bill introduced this week into Georgia General Assembly would make men over the age of 55 have to self-report each time they ejaculated.
Why?
HB 604.
Not just the reporting, the self-reporting, but men of 55 and older?
Yeah, men of 55 and older. I don't know.
That doesn't make any sense. These are the guys that need to have the little blue pill most of the time to get to the firing position in the first place.
Well, you got to release the pin. HB 604, which was introduced Monday, according to its progress tracker on the General Assembly website, would require those men to, and I quote, immediately report to the county sheriff or local law enforcement agency when such male release sperm from their testicles. End quote. Can I ask a question?
Yeah, please do, because
I've got a question.
Kind of at a loss for words here.
Is it more than words?
Well, only because apparently here in North Carolina, I can release anything I want and don't have to say Jack Diddley about it. Hey-o!
That is very true. Okay, so I see this going on and everything else. When is the bill for women's periods going to come out?
Oh, well, that will never happen.
Oh, no. Let me give you the idea. Okay. Let me give you the idea. All right. Okay. Let me give you the idea, Dylan. I'm going to give you the idea. Okay. Let me give you the idea. Let me give it to you.
Give it to me.
Okay. Here's the thing. So when a female has a period, what does that mean?
That would be the basically the uterus is shedding the uteral lining and jettisoning the unused egg.
So they failed to produce a baby. So their body is expelling an egg that should have become a baby.
Yes.
So if their body is expelling an egg that should have become a baby, that means in the same idea in thought process that they have in HB 604, that woman, even though it's a natural thing and it happens anyway, and it's not, you have no control over it, and I understand that woman is technically, based on the same understanding of HB 604, if you push this logic to the opposite gender, that woman is taking a life because she wasn't able to fertilize the egg.
That's true.
Yeah, basically. That is it in the no pun intended, a nutshell.
So are we going to take it this far? Because if we're going to take it this far, if we've already taken it to the point where we have 2 separate states introducing legislation that are supposed to be ironic into play, and if they become law, because there's enough people backing it, like, oh yeah, you're going to vote and say, okay, we're going to do this then, yeah. Then I have to say that we need to introduce the next law. I mean, if you're going to be fair and equal, we have to be fair and equal across the board, right?
But there is no fair and equal, and we all know that.
Right. There is no fair and equal.
Because it's the poor women are being picked on in the first place, even though that you're absolutely right that by a woman not being pregnant every time she has the opportunity to be pregnant until she can no longer be pregnant.
She is technically wasting a life.
Yeah, she is. And that is the exact same thing as this whole announcing every time,
a man, I mean, because this is talking about, okay, look, a little, this is a little side note, little side sheet. I am dead certain that at a certain age, there was every man has had that time where they woke up and it was already there.
I'm sure.
They would have to report that?
I guess. I guess. It's... And again, you prove that. How do you plan on enforcing this? How do you plan on backing this up? How do you plan on making this actually...
In the next case, here's the next case. What if they do it inside of a condom? Technically, that's stopping it from going through.
This is true. I don't...
Ladies, you're not thinking through... Look, ladies that are pushing this legislation, you're not thinking this through. You're making it so simple to counteract you. You're making it so difficult to assume the truth.
That you're just being asses.
Yeah, it's just being an ass to be an ass.
Yep. And you to turn around and again to try and prove a point by being a douche doesn't prove the point at all. The only point it proves is that you're a douche.
And French. Guy le douche.
Oui.
No. That's the other thing.
Oh. So that's close.
Yeah. Well, look, if you don't want to be a douche, if you don't like the left, if you think that they've become unhinged and all this crap is stupid, and you don't want to support it with your money, maybe you should check out going to Patriot Mobile. Look, Patriot Mobile is amazing. They have great customer service. They walk you through the entire process of converting over your phones. Plus, they pay through their cell phone service $500 a line, up to $1,500 per account if you need to pay off your phones and an itemized receipt, all that other jazz going through. They have unlimited talk and text plans starting as low as $25 a month, so why wait? Visit them at patriotmobile.com. Patriotmobile.com. Use the /Mojo50. And when you go to checkout, they'll also waive 2 activation fees. So they'll waive the activation fee for 2 separate lines on your account. Go to patriotmobile.com /Mojo50. Check them out. Look, they're a veteran-led company. They have no hidden fees, no roaming fees, no liberal agenda. Plus, they support conservative causes and your constitutional rights. patriotmobile.com /Mojo50.
Oh, the stupidity continues.
Yeah, see, we're setting records, bro.
Straight record setting, bro.
Yeah, mad record setting, bro.
And you know what? It's coming from these the degens from up north country.
Yeah, it is coming from the degens from the up north country, bruh. See, our CO2 levels, bruh, are just off the charts, man. Mad CO2.
Mad CO2s, bruh.
Breathing heavy, bruh.
Mm-hmm. Wheezing hards.
Massive gases, bruh.
There you go. What is this from? From Pop Sci.
Pop Sci. Otherwise known as Popular Science. Yeah, Popular Science.
Popular Science, which is just, yeah. There's more carbon in the atmosphere now than there has been before the dawn of mankind.
Lies. Straight up lie and assumption.
Lies and slander.
Straight up lies and assumption.
Okay, we're officially living on a planet with an atmosphere no previous human being has ever experienced.
Allegedly.
You'll probably be able to say the same thing tomorrow.
Allegedly.
Carbon dioxide levels recorded at the sorry, my Hawaiian is not up to par. I think it's the Mauna Loa Observatory. Somewhere there's an observatory in Hawaii that has reached 514 parts per million on
That was
Friday.
dyslexia, bro. Dyslexia. Read it again.
Nope.
Read the
Nope.
numbers.
Read the what?
Read the numbers again.
514.
No, it's 415.
Oh, daggone it, man. See? Because my brain's still rattled trying to read the Hawaiian stuff. It is 415 parts per million on Friday.
Yeah.
Not only is this the highest number the observatory has recorded since it first started analyzing atmospheric greenhouse gases in 1958.
Uh-huh.
But it's more than 100 parts per million higher than any point in some 800,000 years of data scientists have on global CO2 concentrations.
Allegedly.
You like how they threw the it's been 1958, but we have 800,000 years of data.
Yeah.
How do you have 800,000 years of data if you've only been recording this since 1958?
You have 61 years? 71 years? 71 years? 61 years. 61. Yeah, 61 years. You have 61 years of data.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm trying to figure out where the other 799,940 some odd years, 30 some odd years of data came from.
I don't know, but I know it's not real.
Not real, no. This means levels of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere are now nearly 40% higher than ever in human history.
Allegedly.
And because the measurement directly correlates with things like global temperature and ocean acidification, this record concentration is further proof that humans are changing the environment at an unprecedented rate.
Allegedly.
While it is true that atmospheric carbon levels, and by extension global temperatures, have fluctuated a great deal throughout the Earth's geologic history,
That's true.
kicking in, they've never done it this quickly.
Allegedly.
They've never come close to current levels in the nearly 1 million year snapshot of atmospheric data scientists have taken from the observatory in Hawaii.
Allegedly.
And miles deep in ice cores from both the poles.
Allegedly.
If there's one graph that shows how alarming carbon emissions really are, this is the one that illustrates their findings.
Mm-hmm. So I have a question.
You could see it, but yes.
I got a question here.
Steven, with Mojo 50. Yes, go ahead.
So they're doing it in Hawaii, right?
Uh-huh. Yes.
Hawaii has volcanoes, right?
It does actually.
Volcanoes emit CO2, right?
Well, but it's not the same thing.
No. They emit CO2, right?
But we're looking at greenhouse gases.
Right. But they emit CO2, right?
Well, a little bit, yes, but it's not.
By a little bit, you mean a lot. I mean, they erupt and emit tons and tons of particles in the air, including CO2.
Thing. It's a little different.
And this is in Hawaii, right?
Yes, it is.
And we've known that Hawaii has had a record number of seismic activity in the recent years as well, right?
Yes, but
you could bear to say that if they happen to see a rise in CO2 at Hawaii, that it might be because of the seismic activity spike and the added CO2 in the air.
Well, yes,
because it's parts per million, right? It's parts per million.
Yes, one could say that, but the scientists, we have almost 1 million year snapshot of atmospheric data.
Allegedly.
And because we as scientists have that data at the observatory in Hawaii, plus the miles deep ice cores from the poles, we're able to deduct mathematically.
Nope.
Yeah, nope. We're scientists, but
guys, go to catcoolers.com. Go to catcoolers.com. Keep your ice cold for 7 days. Made in the USA, fully customizable, rugged, and amazing. Go to catcoolers.com. Use the promo code Steven and get a 10% off discount. Hold on for a sec.
That was good.
Was that a good setup? That was a good setup.
That was that. I liked it. That was
good. That was good.
That was nice.
Oh my gosh, what is this? What the hell are these people doing, dude?
I don't know.
I mean, did you like that? Did you like the questions? Because
that was nice. Set them up and knock them down.
That was pretty good. I thought so. Homo sapiens, 300,000 years, 200,000 years. Whatever. Screw that. Do we want to continue on with the 84 degrees in northern Russia?
Yes, only because it's fitting, I think.
Right, I think so. I think that works out. That'll be all right. Those degens from the up country.
Degens from up country.
Otherwise known as northern Russia.
Ah.
Womp womp. Oh my gosh, look at this stuff. I can't believe these guys. Dylan, I can't believe these guys.
What guys?
These people.
Who people?
These degens.
Degens from up country.
Yeah, these guys. Look, if you haven't watched the show, you need to watch Letterkenny.
At this point, no.
If you haven't watched Letterkenny and you're still listening to us, what's wrong with you?
A lot of this stuff would make such better sense if you
you guys would catch so much more of this.
I'm really trying to learn.
Look, all of our stuff is referenced. Everything is referenced.
I'm trying to learn how to talk like the hockey players, too. It's hard.
Oh, wow. The hockey talk, bro?
Yeah.
Puck speak, man. Can't do it, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Massive reps, bro.
It's hard to talk puck.
Ferda. Welcome back.
Ferda.
You're listening to Defenders Live. Mojo 50.
Snipers, bruh.
Mad Silky Snipers, bruh.
Yeah. Go to doaeshow.com and check us out. All the archive stuff is there. Drop us a line. Say hi. Also, follow us on all the social medias.
Yes.
Facebooks, the Twitters, the Meepies.
And we got a new one.
We do.
Yeah, it's called D Live.
That's right, D Live.
Yeah, check it out, D Live. Defenders Live is on there. It's just Defenders Live on D Live, which is kind of funny because D Live and we're Defenders Live. But
yeah, it
works really well. I got to say, it really works. Go to dlive.tv, I believe is what it is, dlive.tv. Go, and it's a free account that you can set up. The more you comment there, the more little emojis and things. Yeah, the more emojis you get and the more emojis that you get that you can use toward sending us stuff, the more they actually pay our videos. So,
which is, I mean, and it's only like an 1/8 of a 1/10 of a 1,000th of a percent,
but it doesn't matter.
It's still,
it's
eventually
a little extra.
Add it to a whole penny
Yeah, I mean, if a few people could add up to a penny, it'd be great. So, check us out over there, D Live. It has a full chat room feeling, great stuff. We're gonna start looking at it as soon as it starts getting a little bit more full in there.
For just 2 pennies a day.
Just 2 pennies a day. Oh wait, hold on.
I feel like Susan Sarandon. Just 2 pennies a day.
For just 2 chat comments a day. All we need is 3 emojis a day. Sorry. Yeah, a little off track here. So, continuing on with our commentary on the CO2s and the degens from up north and everything else. It was 84 degrees in northern Russia this weekend.
Okay. Is there a problem with that?
I mean, scattered clouds gave the sunlight a dreamy quality. Still, got caught in the ripples and the sluggish river, giving slight shimmer, flow of the city. The mercury cracked 84 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it happens.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So what's
basically? Well, here's the thing. See, basically the same scene played out. 5,400 miles. Sorry, 5,400 miles apart But while it was another May Day in New Orleans, just along the banks of the Mississippi River, part of a freakish heat wave in Arkhangельsk.
Hashtag nailed it. Hashtag like a native.
That's right. A Western Russian outpost located in the northern Dvina River. See, I got this down.
Yeah, like a native. Hashtag like a native, bruh.
Like a native, bruh. You got the native flu, bruh?
No. Speaking fluids, bruh.
Speaking fluids, bruh. No native flu here, bruh.
Mm-hmm.
Totally ripping rips.
Okay.
It was part of the swath of heat that gripped the surrounding region, sending temperatures from just 128 miles south of the Arctic Circle all the way to Kazakhstan's border, spiraling up 40 degrees Fahrenheit above normal for this time of year. We're talking about a heat wave burning in my heart.
A heat wave?
A heat wave. Tearing us apart.
And so I fail to grasp the...
Well, you heard us earlier. We were talking about the CO2. They're at 415 parts per million.
Mm-hmm. So I have noticed that you're referring to... one of the places was the observatory in Hawaii, which conveniently is really close to China.
Yeah.
And also you're talking about a place in Russia.
Yeah.
Kind of coincidentally enough, which is also really close to China, which is the single most polluted nation on planet Earth.
Sure. But we're talking about a heat wave here.
We're not saying... We've established that.
Look, we're not saying that China is to blame for all of this, because who's to know?
Well, why would we blame the people who hold our debt?
Who's to know that China does all of this and that, really it's a man-made. See, we all know that it's man-made and man-caused global warming, but at the same point in time, we can't actually point fingers at China or Russia or anywhere else because America is the biggest proponent of all things that are evil. Don't you know?
No, we're not. I'm sorry, but
Hard no.
we are not just because America is a superpower, just because America, at least for a time, has been the leader in virtually everything and has been very prosperous and literally has had the hand of God shielding it, giving it prosperity in every way, shape, form, or fashion, to the extent that the only problems that America has really had to deal with has been stuff that we've caused or we're doing to ourselves. Nothing from the outside, virtually. Just because that's how it is doesn't mean that it is on us to fix the entire world, which is funny because the same people who are touting how it's America's fault and all this stuff and we have to change all this stuff and yada, 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 are also the same people who get mad that saying we're policing the entire world and we're telling all these other nations what to do and everything else. You're absolutely right. To an extent, there is a lot of greenhouse gases, and a lot of it is man-made, but it is not coming from the United States.
Well, to be fair.
To be fair.
To be fair. To be fair.
To be fair, you're correct.
I know. And I get this. Like, I was watching. What was I watching?
I don't know. What were you watching?
Video that there's always one that slips through on Facebook or TikTok or some stupid thing where you just it's somebody's pushing something where like save the turtles. Don't use a straw. Save the turtles. Or don't use plastic. Use paper.
Right.
And this actually one is this is what it was. It says to try not to use plastic, to use paper products, because at least if paper products end up in a landfill, they're going to decompose and be gone in a timely manner, as opposed to plastic that should be around for thousands of years. Now I'm going to pause right there and say that there is a flaw in that little bit of logic, because where do paper products come from?
Trees.
trees. So how then would you get said paper products? You would what? Cut down trees. Well, if you're cutting down trees to replenish the uses and reusing these paper products, let's say you got rid of plastic and went to paper.
Right.
Well, now you're cutting down all of these trees. Now we're back to the deforesting, which is the whole thing where that movie Fern Gully came from in the 90s.
Which was a terrible movie, by the way. Horrible movie. Major propaganda piece.
It was, and it wasn't even a good propaganda piece either.
It was a terrible propaganda piece.
Look, the only stretch of that movie that was any good was the few lines that Robin Williams had.
Well, that's because it was Robin Williams. I mean,
exactly. That's it. Up to that point, after that point, straight garbage.
Yeah, terrible garbage, horrible garbage. It's crazy, horrible, stupid crap. Now, here's one thing I will point out though.
Point at it.
Okay, I'm going to point at it. And this is what I'm going to say. You could replace trees with hemp.
Oh, but no, you can't, because now that goes back to being the similar to that's from
but
cannabis.
See,
that's legal.
Hemp may be from the cannabis plant, but it does not produce THC at the levels in which it would be cause for any alarm. Now, I will say that hemp used to be used as paper until the big reefer madness.
Reefer madness.
Yeah, the big reefer madness scare back in the what was that? The 60s, 50s?
There's 50s or 60s.
I think it was
something
50s.
like that. Late 40s, whatever.
Something like that. Back in the reefer madness scare, that was actually produced by a company that originally was set up for paper products.
Weird how that worked out.
It's funny how that worked out. So they got rid of all marijuana or cannabis plants in the United States, and that would have saved all those millions of trees that these eco-friendly tree tree wahooers really would love to keep. And they would have kept. And those redwoods, those very hard, strong redwoods that everybody was really pining about would never have been cut down for your paper.
Yeah, it's irritating how, again, like I said earlier, the only reason why America has had the problems it has, or has had any problems actually, in the past, collectively, we could go back to the Civil War, but I mean, the only problems that we've had in the past 100 years especially has been us.
Yes.
What little bit we've dealt with, World War II, World War I, yeah, we kind of got drawn into those, and I will give that to you. But we came out on the other side, and we were massively successful, and prosperous, by the way.
Massively prosperous, and massively.
Everything after that has been our fault, one way or another.
And by our fault, you mean
our fault, like you mean completely. The whole the civil rights movement. There should never have been a civil rights movement.
Now let me clarify. There should never have been a need. For the civil rights movement.
Yeah, that's what I mean. There should never have been that.
Yeah, there shouldn't have been a need.
Abraham Lincoln kind of took care of that.
Right, and it was, Democrats in the South.
What? No, you mean Republicans?
No, it was Democrats.
No,
it was Democrats. They're the ones who actually started the KKK.
But Republicans are racists.
No, that was the Democrats.
It's well known.
It's the Democrats.
No.
Democrats in the South. It was actually
Led
Republicans.
by Trump.
It was Republicans standing with, Republicans and socialists standing with Martin Luther King.
Well, yeah, it's stories of Martin
he did also have socialists standing with him, but
I was gonna say there was also rumor. Yeah, I've heard rumors that supposedly he was a card-carrying communist.
No, I don't think so. He was not a communist. He was man for actual freedom for everybody, and if he was as smart as he seems to have been, other than the fact that he had lady problems, way too many lady problems.
Way too many lady problems.
Way too many lady problems. If he was as smart as he seems to have been, then I would have to conclude that no, he was not dumb enough to fall for communism.
Yeah, I don't think he did either, but there was just so many. Because of the socialist, people are too stupid to differentiate between the two.
Look, I know you guys aren't dumb enough to fall for communism, and all those things. And one thing that you do want to do is you want to make yourself look better. Because you know what? We're not all created equal. Some of us carry a little extra poundage on us, and you want to get rid of it. I know you want to get rid of it. I'm not talking about you.
You are.
I am not talking about you. Unless you actually want. Do you actually want to get rid of the poundage? Do you want to get rid of the poundage?
I do.
Okay, then I am talking about you. Yes, you're right. Look, you should check out Ridgezone. All right, it's America's first weight management supplement of OEA. OEA is a natural metabolite of olive oil produced by the human body. Ridgezone is a formulation of OEA to help aid in healthy weight loss. It's safe, it's FDA accepted, and your body would need 12 liters of olive oil to produce the same amount of one bottle of Ridgezone.
That's true.
It's amazing how much they can fit in there in the concentrated tablets that they have. Look, it's set up to help you consume less calories, boost your metabolism while you do it to burn your body fat. It's not a stimulant. It's naturally present in your body. It's vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free, non-GMO, patented, FDA-accepted supplement. Don't delay. If you want to lose those extra pounds, maybe that baby weight, maybe you ate a little bit too much of the Christmas and Thanksgivings.
It's going on June. You better not have Thanksgiving.
Nah, I know what happened. You went to the gym 3 weeks in a row, and actually 3 days in a row, and on the fourth day you couldn't make it back. And so you still have the extra poundages from the Thanksgivings and the Christmases and all the rest of it. So why don't you just check out ridgezone.com, okay? RIDU zone.com. You can get a special 30% coupon when you buy a 3-month supply over at ridgezone.com. RIDU zone.com.
That's true.
So there's a lot of propaganda being pushed. A lot of propaganda being pushed.
There is a lot.
A lot of pushing propaganda.
I don't know why. Well, because apparently it works, and it's sad how well it works, actually, especially when the news outlets are pushing it themselves.
Right, like Yahoo.
Yahoo
are being Yahoos.
Pretty much. A headline from Yahoo: College Republican group Turning Point has a white supremacy problem.
Really? That's surprising because I've never seen them as, I don't know, white supremacists.
Yeah, it's weird. According to Yahoo, Turning Point USA, a nationwide organization of student Republicans with more than 1,000 chapters, has an institutional problem with white supremacy and bigotry.
Really?
Yes. Just after midnight on Friday, the group announced that it had canned its University of Nevada, Las Vegas chapter leader, identified as Riley Gracer, after a video surfaced depicting him and a woman on a bed, flashing the white supremacist OK sign and declaring white power.
First off, the OK sign is not white supremacy. We've talked about this many a time. It is not white supremacy. Yes, I'm usually the one that says that it is white supremacy in this joke, but it is not white supremacy.
Yeah, it's not. And I was going to try and watch the video, but it's...
No, don't do it.
Basically, quote, the woman says, quote, "We're going to rule the country, white power, and, well, I'm not going to say it even.
F the rest and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. It's not very polite stuff, okay? Which, by the way, this woman, based off of, and this is just reading it from here, has no affiliation with the group whatsoever.
Right, and you also have to understand that Turning Point USA has chapters, which means that they're independently ran from the original setup. So it's not really that they have an issue, it's that people are making bad choices on the ground.
Yes, they're not being led and maintained and held to a set standard.
Right, and if that's the case, just like they did here, Turning Point is saying, these people are not what represents us. They are not who we are. This is not what we want people to think we are because we are not this.
Yes, which is what they should do if this is the truth. And obviously, that's what they believe. somebody is going to turn around and is painting your organization, your whatever, into a bad light, obviously you're going to turn around and distance yourself, as you should.
That's called being a Trojan horse.
No, it's not.
Yeah, they are. They're being a Trojan horse. They got in the gates by presenting themselves as this giant prize, and then they come in and they wreck your shit.
Pretty much.
That's a Trojan horse.
No, and I got that. I was like thinking of it from the other way, but yeah, no. It's
don't
right.
think about it from the other way. You might get crapped on.
But yeah, and there's nothing about. Okay, the group stated on Twitter, quote, Turning Point USA has a zero-tolerance policy for hate, no matter the medium or how dated the act or comment. And we hold our tens of thousands of students to the highest standard.
That means it doesn't matter if it happened 20 years ago or today or 10 years in the future from now. We will hold this exact same standard across the board.
And
we don't care.
You can't, just because an incident happens and someone slips through. Again, you have to look at it from this perspective. You're dealing with students. You're dealing with they're immature.
Yes.
They're still young. They're still going to say and do dumb things. And especially if you're, I don't know, someone of a leadership status in Vegas.
Maybe.
With a woman.
Probably.
In bed. Odds are you're going to do, as a guy, you're going to do some dumb stuff. I know I've done some dumb things in my day.
Back in the day.
Yes.
Back in the day.
I'm not trying to justify or condone anything that this guy is done or is a part of, not even remotely part of condoning that. Having said that, like they said, it's thousands of people who are watching this. You can't take the one situation and go, oh, well, there's a demonstrable pattern. They're trying to say that there is a pattern, supposedly, because in March, the Vice News reported that Identity Evropa, I don't know, whatever, the violent white nationalist group that helped plan to the Unite the Right extremist rally in Charlottesville, Virginia in 2017.
Oh, God, those people.
Plotted to infiltrate Turning Point USA to gain clout among students and GOP groups.
Okay.
They plotted to infiltrate them. So therefore, because they plotted to infiltrate, never said they actually succeeded. It just said they plotted to do it.
So
because they were singled out to be done, then they obviously must mean there's a white.
Obviously, there's a problem. There's obviously a problem because it's a bunch of white people hiring a bunch of white people, obviously.
No, I mean, how else could white people so easily slip in and act like that if it had some darkies in there? I guess is what they're saying.
I mean, if there were some darkies in there might not be a problem there.
No.
I'm starting to see a pattern as well.
Really?
Do you like patterns?
I don't like patterns. It makes my stomach turn.
I like certain patterns.
Like what?
Grill patterns.
You like grill marks?
I like grill marks.
Grill
marks are
flip,
amazing.
Turn on one side, S&P.
Yeah, a little S&P. Flip it over.
S&P is always for me.
S&P for me. S&P, that's for me. But you should try using the Nostalgia grilling sampler pack. It's on sale right now, and it's perfect for kicking up your grilling skills. Use the promo code GRILL10 on MojoWildRice.com. That's MojoWildRice.com to save 10% off the grilling sampler pack. Now, the pack includes salt-free garlic and herb seasoning for your meats, veggies, potatoes. Can also be used as a dry rub or an oil rub. Like a little pat down, like a little oil rub, like to massage your meats. Get a little seasoning in there. Get a little rub. Got to put it on there. Maybe overhandling. Maybe a little overhandling there. That might be all right. But the Northwoods jerk seasoning is the same. Has the same awesome flavor on your pork, salmon, chicken, either dry or oiled. It also uses a raspberry wine jelly and is a delicious base for marinades, dipping sauces, brushes directly on your meats. The sweet heat from the jalapeno pepper jam. It's amazing. You could be good. It's good for sauces, barbecue sauces, and adds additional flavor to anything that you have. Add their maple sugar to your wet and dry rubs. Before grilling, grilling for great caramelization on any grilled meats. Get the most out of your grilling season. Save 10% off. Use the promo code GRILL10 over at mojowildrice.com. That's mojowildrice.com. Promo code GRILL10. You can turn it off now. It's all right. It was a little late coming.
It was a better late than never.
Oh, that's what she says.
No, she's never said that, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Never, ever.
Never, ever, ever. Some more propaganda from CNN.
Oh, shocker. CNN.
Yeah, see, apparently deceptive info on school shootings, calls for gun confiscations, all from CNN.
What? You mean a news organization selling fake news?
Mm-hmm. See, CNN has repeatedly spread false information in the wake of the Colorado school shooting last week.
Oh, God.
In attempts to destroy the Second Amendment, which culminates with a far-left network championing national gun confiscation on Tuesday. See, the CNN Brooke Baldwin
there's a delight.
ran a segment the day after the Colorado shooting, which left one dead and several injured. The feature that featured extremely deceptive statistics and provided no source for the information. The video appeared 3 minutes long, and it said things like 35 U.S. school shootings since the fall, 336 school shootings since 2008, 373,663 killed by gun violence from 2007 to 2017. The presentation then stated, if words aren't changing anything, then what about these images? And then CNN cut a whole bunch of photos of children and mothers crying.
Oh, God.
Yes, children and mothers crying.
And you have no idea if they're actually crying for the situation they're talking about. It's just mothers and children crying.
Yeah, see, the New York Times, which is a left-leaning source, obviously reported that there have been 111 school shootings in the U.S. since 1970. Since 1970, not 336 school shootings since 2008. 111 since 1970.
That's a little different.
That's a bit distraught. The only statistic that CNN used that can be traced to a legitimate source is their claim that 373,663 people killed in firearms in the U.S. from 2007 to 2017.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
yeah, but
that's also very misleading because the category breaks down into unintentional firing, suicides, homicides, undetermined, but just shot, and then legal intervention operations of war. So
they're actually including war.
Yeah, they're including war in those fires.
In that statistic.
Right, and the gun violence. So the category that's related to the relevance was looking at gun violence, homicides numbers, which for the 11-year span is 134,224 deaths. The majority of deaths, well over 225,000, were suicide.
Well, because I mean that's the
22 a day. That's the 22 a day.
Yeah, I mean it's the quickest, simplest way to
it's the fastest way, less pain.
Less pain for one to commit suicide.
That's
I mean,
right.
It makes sense, but it drives me nuts.
It does.
This whole we've got to lie. Look, lying about it is what pisses people off.
Yeah.
To be perfectly honest with you, if the stats were this, I mean, I'm not saying that I would give up my guns because I wouldn't, but I would be more inclined to listen to these people if they weren't lying to me. You know what I mean? If they were taking actual fact, and we could go back and go, oh my God, you're absolutely right. This is a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Then people would be more willing to try and find a solution.
Yes.
Instead, you're conflating things, you're mixing things, you're twisting figures, you're outright lying in some cases, and then you expect everyone around you to go, oh my God, let's hand them over our guns. No. And you wonder why people are starting to dig their heels in about this.
Mm-hmm.
Idiots. We don't have time to do our fun thing. Oh, well, we'll do it.
We'll do it another day. It'll be just fine. You know, we went on a roll there. We got on our high horse and we just kept on going. Look, it's been fun. It's been real. It's been real fun.
That's been real fun.
That has been true. Dylan, what have you got to say?
I don't have to say anything.
Oh, what do you want to say?
Time for the numbers.
It is. Check them out.
Good evening, Mojo 50. I'm Leprechaun, and here with your bell count grade for the day. Today we had 25 missed innuendo bells, 75 actual bells, 0 horns, and giving us a grade of B for the day. Peace out. Good night, y'all.
That makes sense. It makes a lot of
There's
sense.
7.
There you go. All right, folks. Later.
Guys. Great night. Talk to you tomorrow.